What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fandom Nonsense channel. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Zach. Today we're going to try something a little bit different, at least different for us. The new Lion King trailer came out today, and I wanted to take a quick look at it with you guys. So let's jump right in.
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark.
So I like how worn and tattered Scar is. I'm not sure how I feel about how normal he looks, but that's kind of a general issue, I guess I'd say I have with this movie overall. Is there's nothing wrong with photorealism, and it looks fantastic. In fact, someone on Reddit made the joke of, you can almost hear David Attenborough doing his narration over these lions and stuff. But the problem comes with, the expression and the characterization that you can get out of these simple designs.
Begging for scraps. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance.
So Zazu is interesting to me because, obviously, it's a photorealistic. It's not a. Is Zazu a toucan? No, I don't think so. I can't remember what. Hornbill. Yeah, he's he's photorealistic and all of that, and he fits with obviously the aesthetic of the movie. And it's John Oliver playing him, and that's interesting. And I like the idea of John Oliver playing Zazu, and in Zazu in the context of the original, with I wouldn't call him comic relief, but he's certainly a sense of levity in the first act of the movie. Works and makes sense, but it's those three separate elements coming together. That design, John Oliver playing him, and the character that he is, at least in the original, it's interesting to see how all that comes together.
While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what he can give.
So I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. And let me say that I really enjoy whoever's playing Scar. I can't think of his name, but he's doing a really good job, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more of that. But I wish we would have gotten Jeremy Irons back instead of James Earl Jones. If somebody had to come back from the original, I wish it was Jeremy Irons instead of James Earl Jones, because there is something about James Earl Jones in 1994 that's authoritative, commanding, strong, intimidating, and a lot of those elements are still there now, but not to the same degree by any means. And in the original, the interesting thing with Scar and Mufasa is that Scar can't take Mufasa out in a one-on-one physical confrontation. He couldn't even take him out with a swarm of hyenas. And Scar knows this, and Scar acknowledges this. This is why Scar plays the long game and manipulates the situation and everything and uses his wits to get what he wants. I don't get that vibe from this Mufasa, to be completely honest with you. This Mufasa just kind of feels like a good king and a wise king and strong in his way. But at the same time, he feels like Scar could just come up and cut his throat when he's just taking a day nap after falling asleep watching Wheel of Fortune at 3 p.m. But
Run away, Simba, and never return.
so Rafiki is the only character in this movie that has any amount of expression on his face whatsoever. And I hope there's a lot more of Rafiki in this movie than there was in the original, because I feel like he's the closest thing we're going to get to any kind of human emotional anchor in this film. The Mowgli from the Jungle Book wasn't a great actor by any means, but at least he gave us some kind of anchor or something to latch onto to feel things that I just don't think that you can get um, out of a lion's face, and certainly not out of a bird's beak. But, and here's our montage of perfect shot-for-shot scenes from the original, set against Hans Zimmer's wonderful score. I trust Favreau to not put the Morning Report in this, and I really hope there's no original music in this film, like from this version of the film, because Hans Zimmer in 1994 is a force to be reckoned with. Hans Zimmer in 2019 is 4 chords and a drone.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
Oh yeah, I guess I could go through the actors. Fucking we got Donald Glover. Yeah, that's cool. Like, I dig that. I think that's a good choice. It really depends on how he and Beyonce, who's playing Nala, play off of each other. Seth Rogen is Pumbaa. I mean, okay. Like, and I guess if you're going to cast anybody as a gross, farty, smelly warthog, I can't think of anybody besides Seth Rogen. I just wish they'd stop typecasting him, you know? Does that joke even land anymore? Like, without the context of the original Lion King, does anybody still know that song? Is that still relevant? Was it relevant then? Was it ever relevant? I mean, I guess it was relevant then because, like, Ace Ventura did the same, not that exact same joke, but did the lion sleeps tonight, kind of trope thing. But most people know it from The Lion King. And I don't know. It's just one of those things that is indicative of my problems with this movie. My biggest concerns are, number one, just rehashing old ground. Why are we doing this? What new do we have to say? And I don't just want a thin coat of paint. I don't want to just watch the same movie with some dialogue changes and little subtle things that don't really amount to much of anything in the overall strength of the movie. But I'm excited to watch the movie. I haven't seen this film in theaters since 1994. Since I was 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old. I can't remember what month The Lion King came out, if I was 4 yet or not. And I'm definitely looking forward to hearing, Hans Zimmer's score in all of its Dolby Cinema glory. But why does this movie need to exist? But that's a minor personal complaint. My big concern with this film, I think, is the photorealism, which looks phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I think it looks great. But the problem is, like I talked about with the Rafiki shot, it's hard to get expression out of photorealistic animals. Hard to get real human expression and emotion, and I'm worried that there's not going to be as much to latch onto in this film from a character design perspective because of the lack of maneuverability that's available with a lion's face, or certainly, you know, like a hornbill or something. But you know, I'm excited for it, and when I say I'm excited for it, no, I'm going to see it. We're going to see it, and we'll have a review for you. And hopefully, I'm wrong. And the shots that are in this trailer are all the shots from the movie that are taken from the original, and everything else is new and a different take, and it's a whole new Lion King, but I kind of doubt that's going to be the case. But we will find out on July 19th. So make sure to like and subscribe, and head over to the Indie Carnival channel, like and subscribe there, and watch today's episode of Fandom Nonsense, full podcast. Tomorrow, I've got a new episode of The First Word coming out right here on the Fandom Nonsense channel, and This Week in Fandom Nonsense, where we take out all of the attention deficit diversions of the Fandom Nonsense podcast and just give you guys the straight up news that you guys are looking for, I guess. And on Friday, head back over to the Indie Carnival channel and watch our first Royal Rumble. It's a slobber knocker, so you don't want to miss that. And let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. You know, your thoughts on the trailer and everything. Are you excited for this movie? Are you nervous, skeptical, or you just don't really care? Let me know. And go over to our Patreon and watch Captain Marvel review. Sometime next week we'll have Shazam, the other Captain Marvel, up for you. And next month we have a double whammy. We've got what's it called? Detective Pikachu. That's it. And Avengers Endgame coming up for you guys. And let me know if you like more videos like this. Star Wars Episode 9. Well, the Star Wars Celebration is this weekend. So I feel like Star Wars Episode 9, the trailer, is probably going to drop this weekend. So if it does, I'll be right here to talk about it with you guys. But until then, thank you so much for stopping by. Like and subscribe, ring the bell, and we will see you guys next time.